Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to, and I've got it written down, Mates, Movies, and Malts. My question for you, if you're watching this video, is will you be my Patronus? Ever since I first saw Harry Potter as a young boy, I dreamt of a day where I too would have a Patronus. And now Joshua Hatton, the Whiskey Cherub, has told me I now can have a Patronus. Is this true, Joshua Hatton?
Not only can you have a Patronus, Jason, but any of these viewers can have, actually, any of these viewers can be your Patronus. How's that?
This is a dream come true for a young Scottish boy who grew up to become a whiskey wizard, to be told that this day somebody could commit themselves to be my Patronus. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, so long as they're not committing themselves to the Azkaban jail, right, where you would need a Patronus to fight off the Dementors. But what Jason is referring to, dear viewers, is on top of One Nation Under Whiskey podcast, which we've launched almost 5 years ago now, and our extra, It's All About Whiskey podcast, which we launched earlier this year. We just had our season finale. Jason and I have launched a third podcast called, what's it called again, Jason?
Let me check my notes. Mates, Movies, and Malts.
And where One Nation Under Whiskey and Extra, It's All About Whiskey are free podcasts to you, the listener. The Mates, Movies, and Malts podcast will be a Patreon, meaning you'll have to pay a little bit of money to get access to this. And I can imagine already, and Jason, I imagine you can as well, the viewers might be thinking, what am I paying for? What is this new podcast you speak of? What is it, Jason?
You're paying for all of this. All of this. You're not paying for any of this or any of that. You're only paying for all of this.
And what is this? What's this podcast going to entail?
Yeah, we're going to have a bit of fun here because one thing we're known for with One Nation Under Whiskey and Extra is we're just known for being such serious chaps who never have a laugh. And so we're going to do something that we think is a little fun. We spend a lot of time during our introductions to One Nation Under Whiskey talking about movies. Movies I've shown my boys, movies you've shown your girls, movies we're all thinking about showing our different kids. And we can't help ourselves discussing the movies. And so we decided those conversations are still going to happen, of course, because we can't help ourselves. But we also thought it would be fun to have a movie dedicated podcast. And our lovely friend, Tim Mushaw, has called it Death by Podcast. And so know that Joshua and I are going to take this to the death for all of you. We're deep into this. You can insert your own joke here. And so what we do is we find an industry mate, we sit down with them on the virtual couch, and we plug in a movie. And we sit, we enjoy it, we chat, we have some back and forth, we pour a malt, sometimes a rum, sometimes something else. And we have a chitty chatty about the movie as it is happening. But this is the important part. In this year of 2020, when we have launched this podcast, we have all been longing for community. And we cannot go around to one another's house. We cannot pitch up on one another's sofas. We can't pour drams for one another in person. So we invite you, dear viewer, who will be a dear listener, to pour yourself a dram, pull up the virtual couch, and come along with us as we watch and chat about and riff about movies that are special, near and dear to our hearts. That's our goal for it. It's community driven. It's another chance to sit with virtual friends and feel less alone in this cold, miserable, empty world.
And let me go over a bit of the logistics for everybody. So we are a small company, which means we're not paying Warner Brothers and Disney and DreamWorks all sorts of royalty checks to watch their movies. So what we do is we select a movie, we call in a mate from the industry, like Jason had mentioned, and we queue up the movie to watch together. And we queue it up for you, the listener, as well. And so what we'll be telling you, and this will happen the first of each month as a new episode drops, we tell you what movie we're going to be watching. And as you're listening to the podcast, we will tell you when to press play on the movie so you can be listening and watching the movie along with us. So cue up the movie and then we say 3, 2, 1, you press play and we watch the movie together. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. Am I missing anything, Jason?
There will be merch for somebody to become my Patronus. I understand that we are entering into a relationship with one another, and we will be certain to include some merch. But here we are in the very early days of this. We're inviting you in. Come be a founder of this Triple M podcast. Start to tell your friends about it if you've enjoyed it. Chat about it with your friends if you've enjoyed it. So please come in, come join this new community, come support us. And know, as we always have with everything we've done, you have our back, we will have yours, and we will have fun together in 2021, whatever it happens to look like.
Beautiful. So people are aware that, like we had mentioned from the very beginning, this is a Patreon, meaning you will have to pay for this. And our price for this, and hopefully I've got the number right. We'll know once I utter the words and Jason looks at me and says, whoa, 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 what? So this will be $3 per month. Or if you'd like, you can pay for the entire year. So that's 12 episodes. So normally $3 per month would be $36 a year. That ain't so bad. But if you sign up for the full year, it will be less 20%, whatever that is. I don't know, somewhere around 28 bucks. We'll let the internets and when you when you go to make your purchase, we'll let the internet figure that out. But just know you're getting a 20% savings if you pay for the whole season up front.
All I can say, Joshua, is Leviosa.
Stupefy.
Expelliarmus.
I didn't say Leviosa, it's Leviosa.
That's what you were meant to say, and you didn't say it.
I know, I didn't say